I'm Amy Henderson, the Executive Director of Business and Arts Newfoundland and Labrador, and I'm here today with Adriana Dolnitsky. She is the founding partner and Chief Experience Strategist with Design Thinkers Group Canada. An amazing team Business and Arts has been working with over the last year to explore how design thinking can help our community access their own creativity and solve problems across business, community, and public spaces. We are talking today about an upcoming series of seminars called Becoming More Adaptable and Resilient with Design Thinking Mindsets. Welcome, Adriana.
Hey, hi, Amy. Really great to be here with you.
So to start us off, Adriana, let's talk about why design thinking mindsets are so useful and why right now is the moment.
Well, we all know the world has changed and continues to change in front of our eyes. And if design thinking was a sort of nice to have thing or a tool or a method to use before the pandemic, I find it's probably a really critical method to learn how to use today. And mainly because I think through the pandemic, a series of weaknesses have been revealed to us in our systems. And I can't think of any better method than one that's that takes complex problems and teaches people how to manage through these complex problems and in ambiguous circumstances. So design thinking does that really well. And so what we're trying to explore with this series is actually something that we would coach through usually in design thinking training. Because we're doing this virtually, we thought we'd highlight and spotlight the actual mindsets that are required to use in the method continually. So it's a way to practice mindsets that'll teach you how to deal with these issues, and they're, things you can start using right away.
Can you tell me a little bit about, can you tell me what is design thinking to you?
Design thinking is just a way of ensuring that you're looking at a challenge or a problem from a different viewpoint, or that you're taking in enough information, maybe staying in the problem space a little longer and revealing an opportunity to do something a little more differently than you normally would. We are so programmed to go from, problem to solution. And typically when we do that, we're obviously using all kinds of shortcuts, and solutions tend to be small changes, little incremental stuff. Whereas if you allow yourself the space to actually stay in the problem area a little longer, understand it from different points of view, it usually reveals opportunities for more a leap in innovation.
Is design thinking a huge commitment?
I believe you can scale it to any problem. Start small in one area. The idea is to have it spread somehow. So when I look at companies that are most successful with design thinking and using design thinking methods are the ones that adopted and try to make it part of their culture and spread everywhere, not just as this team does it and kind of nobody else. So, and again, it's one of those things, you can start small and start using it in pieces. And then when you start putting all the pieces together, then you start seeing the impact that it can make.
Yeah, so am I, correct me if I'm wrong, or when we were talking about this seminar series, part of what we were trying to figure out is design thinking has the potential to be huge, transformational, works best in a huge team. Companies that we know that use it, like that all feels like, but I'm not that person, or I'm not that company. And the Mindset Series seminar has been designed to break it down into great starting places, easy tools you can start with, understand how you could change your frame of mind first, and then we will work into bigger systems and bigger processes. Is that a fair characterization?
Yes, absolutely. It actually takes the entire method and breaks down the mindsets used in each part of the method in really like a little bite-sized piece, so that you can understand why that particular mindset's important, and then little tips on how to practice it and maybe make it a little bit more habitual, and then you'll get at least one tool that you can kind of take away and start using. And I believe design thinking can be applied anywhere. It's not just in business. You know, you can apply it to your personal life, actually. There are books out on how you apply design thinking to designing your own life. So it's adaptable to many situations, and actually that's what makes it so powerful.
Great. I can't wait to get started. Can you tell me a little bit about what the sessions will look like?
Each session will be 1.5 hours to 2 hours long, and it will be pretty concise. We're covering the 4 mindsets. So empathy, why it's important in business and how it can get you to the leap to innovation. Covering critical thinking. So one of the hardest parts is getting from observation to an insight. People sometimes use those interchangeably. We kind of break that down for you. Another session will be on sort of flexing your creative muscle and pushing yourself beyond just mere brainstorming, and also the power of iteration and how to demonstrate the impact of a new concept, because sometimes you can have the greatest idea, but you know, you've got to rally people around you to want to actually build it. So adoption is another critical mindset. So yeah, those are the 4. We will be doing, as I said, 1.5 hour to 2 hour sessions. Each session, as if we were in person, will have like a backstage hangout afterwards, so people can stay and continue the conversation, or just take on additional questions, anything they want. We'll also be offering like a post-session return. So everybody, a few days after the session, will be able to connect back with us, and whether they have further questions, whether they started practicing using some of the tools and hit a few roadblocks, or whether they just wanted to get back together with the people they met in the session, we'll offer the opportunity to do that as well. So each session will be a very learn by doing approach. So at times we will be doing things in breakouts. So you'll be broken up into little teams to do exercises. Sometimes we'll be doing things together. It'll be less about us sort of kind of talking at people, but trying to get people to speak and talk together and have a conversation. So yeah, I hope we get to know everybody a little bit better, and have some fun while we're doing it.
Do we need to bring anything with us to the sessions?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. In some cases, we'll give you a little preview, something that you can either like a video clip to watch or a little article to read, something small just to get you set up for the session. And it also then doesn't take away from time in the session of presenting additional material. And we'll also sometimes ask for little tools to have handy, because we're going to be doing something in an interactive way. So we'll ask participants to make sure they have Post-it notes, for example. As you know, in design thinking, we use a lot of Post-it notes. And so we have an opportunity. Plus, we'll be using some virtual tools, but no pressure. We're going to take everybody through what tools they require to have on hand and make sure everybody knows how to use them. So yeah. Should be fun.
Great. It sounds so fun. Who are we expecting? Who are we hoping is going to come to these sessions?
Well, I think about anybody, whether be it in the community or in business, who wants to bring about some change. I think the other thing about the pandemic is an opportunity to really change things for the better. And so anybody who wants to, whether it's making greater changes and you need to start somewhere small before you can get to the greater change, or even just making small changes for yourself in terms of your own career. But any leader, small L leader, who wants to learn to think differently, possibly to get to a different and better solution, different and better solutions.
Great. Well, we're gonna get together starting September 22nd, and we hope you will all join us for becoming more adaptable and resilient with design thinking mindsets. Thank you so much, Adriana, and we will see you soon.
Okay, take care, Amy.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.